Oh, no. Oh.
Hello, everyone. Sorry we're starting a little late, as it were. Inventory Savage is savage.
And they have not been making it any easier.
No, they have not. So, sorry we did not stream last night. We ended up doing the Halloween stuff on the mains, and we'll be doing that on the buns on Sunday.
Yeah.
It's actually a little more creepy this time around. Usually they try and keep it light and jovial. Not this time. They kind of...
It's not as much.
But they put some real effort into it this time around.
Yes.
Hello, Vanat. Sorry we kept you waiting. See you, the woman standing in front of yonder building? Her name is Izamine.
Sadly, no. Ismene.
Ismene.
For the proper creep.
Yeah,
Which is what my dad always wanted to call Izamine, because
they're so
it was close enough. This is why I know there's a high amount of irony here.
Excuse me. She is the one who made arrangements for my stay in Elpsis, and from what I recall, she has held her position here for quite some time. Chances are she can provide us with some insights. Go and ask your questions. I will help with drawing out answers if need be, but I leave the choice of topic up to you. Gee, thanks, I think. Let us speak with Ismene. You know more of this coming calamity, so I think it best that you lead the conversation. If you say so.
Also, if you remember your classical studies from, like, high school and such.
I had classical studies in high school? Could have fooled me.
Yeah, you did. Because she's one of the sisters of Antigone.
Ah, right. That wasn't actual classical studies. That was me doing independent reading. It's been a long time since I've read Antigone. Questions? For me? Well, I suppose I have no other pressing duties at the moment. Oh boy.
Following event cannot be skipped. You may wish to cancel any pending duty finder registrations.
Begin asking questions. Oh god. Greetings, Ismene. My friend here is desperately curious about Chief Hermes, and I was wondering if you might indulge him. Certainly, Mistress Fana. Anything to be of service. What do you wish to know? What kind of person is Hermes? Well, I can only answer from my own experience, but I would describe him as a quiet man, reserved you might say, and occasionally somewhat poor with his choice of words. His reluctant nature, however, does not prevent him from carrying out his duties as chief overseer. The man is a walking archive when it comes to life forms. He can discuss any species in incredible detail, and is the leading authority on concepts with the power of flight. I hope that answers your question. Was there anything else?
Both good questions. Do we want to split this one?
No, I think not.
Aw.
I'm tending to go towards abilities.
Yeah.
Do you know
Do
of
you know of Meteon's abilities?
It's no secret that she is a highly unusual familiar. Of late, the chief often makes rounds with her, like a mother hen raising her chick. I understand that she is able to read emotions and communicate directly with one's mind. Exactly how she was created with that talent, however, is a mystery to me. My apologies. I wish I could explain her nature in more depth, but I've had no occasion to discuss it with Chief Hermes. Do you trust him?
Yeah.
I beg your pardon? I've known Chief Hermes for many years. Although I cannot say we are close, he has never withheld information to the detriment of our duties, if that is what you mean. Forgive us. We seem to have veered slightly off course here. Is perhaps someone else you could tell us more about Mithril? Ah, that would be Tiamos. He has had similar experience with flying concepts and is more than eager to discuss the subject. You'll find him conducting his observations on the banks of the stream somewhere to the east. Oh, and unless you take particular joy in rambling discourse, I suggest you keep your questions concise.
Oh dear.
We shall very well keep that in mind. Thank you for your patience and your insight.
It can't be any worse than Eric, can it?
You never know. Think nothing of it. If there's aught else you need during your stay, please do not hesitate to ask. Come, Tayrin, Rylea. I think we've taken enough of Ismine's time. Our investigation is off to a fine start, wouldn't you agree? From here, I propose that we split up. I shall continue making inquiries with the resident observers. If you could track down this Khalid Ismine mentioned. Ismine. That.
Yes.
Ah!
Whoever this colleague is, they're unlikely to be a dancer.
Yeah, well. While I did feel compelled to interject once or twice during the previous conversation, you seem more than capable of drawing forth the answers you seek. All I ask is that you watch your footing around the stream. We can meet back here once you finish speaking with Timaeus. Ooh, look, a fate. I think we still need fates here, so...
Are you being drawn by bright and shiny objects? You do realize that our gearing is a little off.
Mine isn't. I'm glammed.
You'll excuse me if I do this from something of a distance. Oh. That's not enough of a distance. No, he's not in range. Did he?
He reset.
Meow.
Silver. Boo.
I think mine was bronze.
No, I went and glammed my stuff so that I could just jump into a fate as needed because we need, what, at least 3 more?
Something like that.
Yeah, 3 more for a writing map.
Yeah.
Hello, Timois.
Tamios.
Miles?
I think so. At least somewhat close.
Close enough for government work.
I hope so. Yes, yes, I am Tamios, but please keep your voice down. You'll startle the birds. And here we go again. So, what is it you wish to speak about?
Do you think what do you think of Chief Hermes' flying creations?
Okay. Chief Hermes' work? A worthy subject indeed. Those beings which soar through the clouds, majestic and graceful, are ever a favorite of creators. Even now, with so many varieties in existence, the flood of newly imagined concepts continues unabated. What sets the chief's creations apart, however, is how they benefit from his boundless knowledge of the celestial realm. Birds that climb so high that they disappear from view, others which traverse the boundless sky in moments, and all without riding the currents. I know of none save he who can conceive of such marvels. Even we who prize elegance of form above all else are dumbfounded by his genius.
Meteon 2 is a marvel, then?
And maybe of the same sort. My opinion on that matter would be superficial at best. Despite my admiration for Mitian as a concept, I've never delved too deeply into the inner workings of her nature. I know that she has a gift for communicating via emotions, but otherwise her abilities are a mystery to me. If Chief Hermes should choose to submit Mitian's concept to the Bureau of the Architect, then will the design be registered for public scrutiny? Analyzing a colleague's creation before that step is frowned upon, to say the least.
Hmm.
Of course, if he came to me, a fellow artisan, looking for advice, that would be an entirely different story.
Do you know of Dynamis and Incledes?
Intellecties.
Yeah, Intellecties. Sorry. I need new glasses.
Dynamis and Intellecties? Those terms do sound vaguely familiar. Was there not a flower made here in Elpis which exhibited properties of one or the other? It must have been centuries since I last heard someone speak of such things. Has there been a resurgence in interest? Yeah, by us. Then why bring up the subject? Flattered that you sought my insight, but cannot afford to neglect my duties for the sake of idle chatter. Now I really
No, keep going.
Now I really must return to my observations. Surely you have your own tasks to attend to? Yes, interrogating you.
So, centuries old concepts being revisited.
Yeah.
I know
So
ancients are
the flowers have been
long-lived,
around.
but
Yeah. So the flowers have been around for quite a while. Meteon, as far as we know, is new.
yeah. And she's built on concepts that have been around a while, but very hush-hush.
Well, somewhat.
For some reason, something in the back of my head says that time frame is actually kind of important.
Hmm.
Hello, Foxfire. I'm surprised you're not over watching Baron's stream.
Maybe he's doing both.
Oh god, I could not do that. Go watch Baron's stream. It's probably more entertaining. Back already? That was quick work. You were obviously clever enough to head off anything of that rambling as Mine mentioned. So, have you any new findings to share?
A little.
I see. Even an expert in the field has a little understanding of Meteon's capabilities, let alone the awareness of Dynamas. My questions resulted in much the same answers. Hermit's colleagues views Meteon as his personal project and could provide no details beyond that which you just told me.
Yeah.
Which leads me to believe that only one person with sufficient knowledge of Dynamis is Hermes himself.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we've made some progress here, but more information is needed if we are to reach any definitive conclusions.
Now, the question that comes up to me, who came up with the concept of Helpis flowers?
I believe that was stated as Hermes' mentor, who is now
Right.
the acting sitting fan Daniel, who's about to step down.
Right then. Oh, actually, one. Nope, 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 nope. No nasty side quests hiding out there.
Okay.
Witness to the spectacle. Fana is musing over your recent findings.
At present, the strongest link we have to the final days is the power of Dynamis, and the intellects that can control it. Yet, most scholars are only vaguely aware of these terms, let alone studying them in depth, except for Hermes, it seems. Thus, I'm inclined to say our current course and learn all we can about the Chief Overseer and his familiar. And on that subject, was there aught else of note you could tell me about Meteon, aside from her unorthodox method of communication? Yeah, there were more of her. She has sisters.
Though the second one. She and her sisters were created to journey to the stars and search for intelligent life.
Before clicking on this, I will note a reminder of when we had to deal with Omega.
Uh-huh.
And one line that Sid said, which is kind of important here, I think.
Uh-huh.
The strength you need for us that you think will let you make your journey home would instead break you. Talking about the loneliness and the distance between stars.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got a funny feeling that's at play here.
I would like to go with the second one.
I went with the second.
Oh.
I rather wish you'd mentioned that earlier. In any event, would you care to elaborate?
That's about all I know.
So these siblings of her now travel the great expanse in search of deeper meaning. Thank you. Though that mystery at hand remains unresolved, I feel you've touched upon a vital clue, one we should keep in mind as we continue. Next, I propose we take ourselves to Papeteria Crystalline, not far from here. Just follow the path west. Right then. I'm glad Urza also was adjusted to scale.
Yes! Trying to raid her at her original size would be bad.
Problematic.
Yeah. Urza would have complaints.
Come on, go away. Thank you. Vana?
Hmm.
This tower and the one further along the path are both part of Perpetuera Crystalline, a facility where all archives of the Elpis' observational and testing records. Despite how they appear from the outside, the interior is actually a vast area of magically interconnected spaces, which, while fascinating, is not the reason we are here, is it?
You sure?
I shall cut my architectural lessons short and see what the two
Aw.
archivists have to share. If you could find someone to speak with over at the other tower, I shall join you there anon.
Huh.
Hmm?
Come back here.
Coming! Oh, right. Check with Vana again. Sorry. My bad. How odd that I should suggest this approach without a second thought.
Yeah.
You've come from a time and place that is dramatically different, yet here we are working side by side, or apart as the situation demands, with barely a word of explanation required. No matter the centuries which separate us, we are of the same star. We share a connection, and I hope together we might find the answers you seek. I appreciate the help, Fana. Really, I do.
That was one worthy of making sure of
Mm-hmm.
going through.
And I have to keep biting my tongue and not calling her by Mother Heidelin.
Yeah, well.
Primordial Hipposurf. Yeah, it's a Hipposurf.
It is a hipposurf.
Excuse me, Sir Archivist. We've got some questions for you. Excuse me.
You have questions for me? Certainly. Just a moment while I conclude my current appointment. Indeed. So if you could provide a comprehensive log of those behaviors, we should then have sufficient data for our official records. Now, what was it you wished to speak with me about? The Chief Overseer's personal research project. And by that, I assume you mean Meteon.
In a way, yes.
Such undocumented studies are difficult to track. After all, hardly a day goes past without seeing a researcher trailed by one creation or another. I'm afraid I cannot tell you exactly when Meteon appeared, only that she now spends much of her time at Chief Hermes' side. Although, I do recall an interesting tale my dearest Galene shared with me. Galene is my partner, and a fellow researcher here in Elpis. She was returning late one night when she caught sight of Chief Hermes sending Metian heavensward, a host of them. For several days, she would speak of that scene with wonder, describing it as one of the most beautiful spectacles she had ever witnessed.
That sounds like a story I should like to hear.
Mistress Vanna, I thought you had already returned to the surface. Permit me to thank you again for your invaluable contribution to our concept placement proposal.
Pray do not mention it. As you say, my original plan was to leave after this task, but I have since become engrossed with Chief Hermes' research. Would you favor me with retelling of the site which you so delight which Would you favor me with retelling of the site which so delighted your Galene?
Of course. Or you could hear it from her lips directly, if you prefer. At present, she should be observing a subject in Metabasios thalassae. She does enjoy her time there, watching the sea creatures hunt and play, gazing upon the salty waters of the world's oceans recreated in such sublime detail. I imagine you must find similar joy in indulging your boundless curiosity, Mistress Fana. Even though such pursuits must continually and regretfully delay your return to the star.
Indeed, they do.
'Tis a rest well deserved and long overdue, I should think. How greatly have we prospered for the wisdom you accumulated during your years at Azazum. And what would Elpis be without your earlier academic work? The theories you developed served as the basis of many techniques still in use today. Man is a creature of contemplation, but none embody that nature with as much enduring passion as you. I dare say there's not a soul alive more worthy of a return. I shall rejoice the day you depart on your final journey.
I will be honored. Well, shall we take this opportunity to meet with Galene in person?
Then allow me to reconfigure the door to the archives here. It will take you up to the Skyway and spare you the need to avoid hostile concepts on the ground.
That would be most helpful, thank you. The other archivist said not we hadn't already heard, but this story of Galene sounds promising.
I have opened the path to the Skyway. Once you pass through the door, simply walk straight across to the next tower and ask for admittance to the upper tier. Upon arriving at the upper tier, walk straight across the Skyway, and you will find yourself at the entrance to Metabasos Thalassae. Galene will be eager to share her tale with you, I'm sure.
You know, I think we forgot to look for aether currents. Oh well.
Nah.
Just a second.
Yeah, we're kind of high up.
Just checking everything out.
Mm-hmm. One of the better vantage points we've had.
Indeed. Wonder if I could fish here. Answer is no! I cannot. The tower ahead is still part of Pepitary Crystalline. We'll need to ask for passage through to the upper tier. Approachable archivist.
Mr. Svana, just passing through. Then allow me to prepare the path. If you need further assistance, there is always an observer or two out on the upper skyway.
Even more.
I can see my house from here. No, wait, my house isn't built yet.
No, you cannot see our house from here. It's interesting to see ancient architecture in its true colors instead of the Amarut's blues and grays that were the shade. In fact, that tower structure looks kind of familiar. That's a very Amarut tower structure. The door that leads to the Lasai, but perhaps we can trouble this person for assistance with finding Glenay.
Mr. Svana?
Actually, that would be mine.
Oh.
Mr. Svana, I was not told to expect... Would I had prepared an official welcome? Please, there's no need for fanfare. I only wish to speak to Galine, if that might be arranged. Oh, yes, of course, Galine. Of course. I will inform her immediately. But she may be engaged in a testing phase. Could be for something of a wait. I should let you know her business is urgent. That won't be necessary. This is a lovely view that will keep us occupied until she's ready to receive us.
A delightful breeze and a breathtaking view. What is it like in the future? Is the world still a beautiful place?
Very much so. Some parts, yes. Other parts, not so much.
Not so much. Yeah.
I would not call the burn beautiful.
Dark, hidden places, rife with danger. Those have an altogether different, but no less powerful sort of appeal. While we wait, will you not tell me about your adventures?
Are you sure you want to hear this?
Well, not the portentous events which led you here.
This could take a bit.
But the simple delights all your own. By learning about the future world, I may gain insight into future me's plans. But more than that, I have an interest simply as a fellow traveler. Short of going somewhere oneself, there's naught more stirring than hearing another's account.
Fair enough. Oh, that got her a smile on her face.
Incredible. Would that I could have been there to see it. Yours is a harsh and unforgiving world. Yet in spite of this, your brethren hold fast to their virtue. To know that the light of mankind's potential still shines, even in that faraway place, it gives me heart. Thank you for regaling me with your tales. I will treasure every word. As you know, I was once a scholar. And among other things, I sought to understand the workings of the world. What exactly is ether? How formed the laws of nature? Whence sprung mankind? Riddles and mysteries beyond counting. Over the years, I have managed to find answers to some few of them. Yet rather than attain a sense of mastery, the more I understood, the more I came to hold the world and its miracles in awe. We too are miracles, each and every one of us, born of the warm breath of life that traverses the heavens, swirling through eternity. When I fully grasped the improbability of our existence, nothing felt impossible anymore. If it could be imagined, it could be done. A passion swelled within me, an epiphany dispelling all preconceptions of what was natural and true. And a presence without, immense yet intimate. Fate, perhaps, holding us in its tender embrace. As reassuring as it was intimidating, how keenly aware I became of creation's fragility, built as it is upon precarious happenstance. I was overcome with an irrepressible urge to know the world more intimately, to hear its voice, feel its breath. I ventured forth on a journey that very day, so very long ago now. Freed from presumption and prejudice, I saw the world through a newborn's eyes. Everything fresh and new, and so beautiful. Lands that stretched on forever. Skies one could drown in, the heartbeat of nature, silent yet strong. And amidst it all a people, beacons of light and life, laughter that warmed my heart like naught else before. They are my meaning, and my purpose, my love. And so long as they need help, I cannot return to the star. Perhaps my future self is still waiting for it. The moment she can let go and walk unto the end. Safe in the knowledge that man will find his own way. You, who are our future, tell me this, and tell me true. Has your journey been good? Has it been worthwhile?
Pray forgive my lateness.
Perfect timing.
Yes, yes.
My observation subject was rather irritable, and it took a while to settle it down.
No need to apologize. Your work takes precedence. Besides, We had a pleasant conversation in the meantime.
You're too kind. Now then, I'm told you wished to ask me some questions.
Indeed. I've an interest in one of Hermes' creations. Meteon. You witnessed a host of them take flight, yes?
Oh, that! Yes, I did. 'Twas in the dark of the morn. I'd left the Thalassai after nocturnal observation. As I walked along, I spied a bright light climbing high into the southeastern skies. Then, in an instant, it was gone, like a shooting star, only rising rather than falling. But then another shot up, then another, and another. Intrigued, I made my way to the edge to investigate. And who should I spy on an isle to the south but Hermes and Meteon, the Metea, rather. There were lots of them, and I realized they must be the shooting stars that I'd seen.
How many did he send out?
A dazzling spectacle indeed. Have you spoken with Hermes about this?
Oh, yes. The sight left such an impression on me that I approached him about his mystery project the very next day. Alas, he said that he couldn't reveal anything just yet, that he needed to conduct further tests. It shouldn't be long now, though. He often returns to that isle, and I have a feeling he's nearing a breakthrough.
Splendid. We are likewise eager for the details. Well, that is all we wish to ask. Thank you for taking the time to indulge our curiosity.
You're very welcome. It's always a pleasure to speak with other inquisitive souls. Oh, and will you be descending now? If so, I shall link the doors for you.
Please.
Really want to know just how many he sent out.
Way too many from the sounds of it. So, another piece of the puzzle falls into place. From what we've learned thus far, I think we can safely conclude that Hermes hasn't been revealing the details of his research to others, which suggests that either someone will appropriate his discoveries and make use of them, or that Hermes himself will have a hand in causing the final days. Since we have no reason yet to suspect the former, we should consider the latter to be more likely possible. Proceeding under the assumption, our next step should be to divine a way, or even if, he might desire such a terrible fate for our star.
Could it be accidental?
Accidental and probably filled with grief. We are dealing with emotions here, and of all the ancients we've dealt with, he is the most emotional.
Oh, actually, do a quick double side quest sighting.
Shall we deal with side quests?
Yeah, there's like 6.
$260, 46 yalms to the southeast. The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from the looks of it.
6. There's 3 around here and 3 elsewhere.
So why don't we do them in a pack of 3 and 3?
Okay. Floating like clouds. The enthusiastic observer needs help retrieving lost plants. At least it's not a Sunni brush. What a sight! An impello sneezed and sent tufts of cloud mallow flying every which way. But while highly amusing, I'll never be able to gather them all up alone, unless you're willing to lend a hand.
Yeah, I think we can gather Cloud Mallow.
Thank you so much. Let's split up and start looking for them. Be on the lookout for fluffy white plants floating around Poitin Oikos, and bring any you find back here. Taking the minutes. Catissus Hyperborea. The forbearing visitor seems to be eyeing you up. Aren't you a sweet-looking familiar? Tell me, to whom do you belong? Myself?
Azim?
Me, myself, and I? Oh, you're Azim's, aren't you? She is a goodly sort, wouldn't you say? Always appearing in times of trouble to extend a hand to those in need, and given that I'm one such, I'm sure she wouldn't mind if I borrowed you for a bit. A lengthy debate was held in Catissus Hyperborea regarding the evaluation of creations. Meticulous minutes were taken during said forum, which I would like you to fetch for me. Dear friend in Emirat asked for them, you see, and I plain forgot all about it. Now, if you would be so kind. I will send word to the scrivener in charge and ask them to await your coming in front of Peripetea Crystallane, where the documents are being held. Once you've the notes, return to me here.
Roger. Gather notes,
Okay.
bring back. We
Okay,
got this.
no. I am willing to help you out, but there is a small price. Just stand still and pay no attention to the Sherpie while I write on your forehead, helpless NPC.
Oh, come on. You know you like doing this.
Very familiar carrots. Rhodopus is harboring a great deal of worry for a colleague who has wandered off.
Oh dear, I'm starting to worry some. It's my colleague, you see. We heard this horrible screech from a Meliano, and he went rushing off to check on all the fuss was about. I was thinking of following after him, but, well, just look at me. You, however, appear to be well versed in combat and all such sanguinary escapades. Perhaps you might see if aught is amiss and ensure my co-worker hasn't come to any harm? That's very kind of you to agree to such a request. The last I saw him, he was racing for the southern end of Clarmios Zephoros. Do promise to hurry. I'm half afraid he wound up on the wrong side of some nasty fiend's fangs. Right then.
Rizzo will give him what for.
But first, some Cloud Mellow. This looks familiar.
Are we going to have to hush this mellow?
Maybe. There's a Cloud Mellow down there. Well, that's 2. Says it's to the west. I see it.
Yeah.
It's see if we can get up there.
Yeah. I think you'll have to go around.
You make it sound like going around is such a difficult thing to do.
Maybe?
More difficult than dodging hippo surfs.
Dodging the hipposurfs is the difficulty.
One aether current, made to order.
Mm-hmm. 348 southeast.
Excuse me, sir. We were told to pick up some documents from you.
You're the familiar, then. Very good. Here are the records of the forum. Careful now, it's a sizable stack of volumes. Try not to drop any on your way back. Carry the forum minutes to the forbearing visitor waiting you at Playthru before your arms give out. I can't just shove it in the back pocket. You'll have 2 minutes, etc.
Our pockets are really big.
Apparently not big enough.
Man, the stack of books is gonna fall forward any moment now. My sword is not helping. No, I'm running from you. I'm running from you. Okay, there he is. Okay, Mr. Helpless NPC. Here's your freaking books.
These are the documents I requested. My word, they must have been terribly heavy.
Eh.
The friend I spoke of is involved in the operation of MSQ, a facility which houses myriad concepts, cogitations, and ideas. Yes, we're aware of it.
We are intimately aware of it.
He felt that certain procedures, especially the ones concerning living creations, were lacking in information. Thus he sought detailed records that he might fill in the blanks, so to speak. I believe you're owed a little reward for your help. I'll think over what to offer you while I pack my belongings for my journey ahead of me. Come see me at the entrance of Playthru. I'm sure I'll have made up my mind by then.
Okay then. Checking the ether compass. 360 to the south. That's quite a library hall, Foxfire. Southeast.
There, oh, right, yep, there it is.
Yeah, my problem with library books is I keep forgetting to return them. I have the memory of a sieve. Or memory tension episode, anyway.
I am something of my own library.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Rabbit familiar. Oh. Something's missing from this. Yes.
Oh god, it's one of the lucky rabbits from Eureka.
That was much too close for my liking. Your timing was truly immaculate. We get that a lot. I was quite trapped and would have been gobbled up if not for your timely interference. The agitated cries of the Melaneon which brought me here. When I arrived to see what inspired such howling, I discovered this fellow bent on this fellow being set upon by that raging creature. I didn't hesitate to insert myself into the fray, of course. I should be fine, but it's the familiar for whom I'm most concerned. Could you make sure it's unharmed?
Are you okay, little familiar? Squeak!
Familiar appears free of any injuries, scrapes, or bruises, and has left behind a dazzling carrot, as if to say thank you. Deliver the carrot to the long-haired observer.
Who is right here?
Yeah, well, he has been through a bit.
It
I'll give
seems
him
like
a
the
little
little
more.
guy left this.
It's a relief to know they are not too severely injured. Oh my, what is that? Dazzling carrot. A root vegetable with such an uncommon luster that one might think, oh, that's not edible. Not only is it safe for consumption, but it imparts joy to those who have partaken of it. See, the creature left it behind. Striking color for a carrot, wouldn't you say? Perhaps this was its way of showing its gratitude. What a thoughtful creature. And one I've never seen before. Whose familiar could it be, I wonder? I will perform an investigation upon my return. Now then, shall we head back to Poetka and Oikos? I'm in a rather sorry state and would like to get cleaned up as soon as possible.
Yeah, my parents stopped taking me to the library. They were getting sad of all the library finds.
Oh, going to the Fallbrook Library was a weekly thing for us for years. Go there, check out books, go across the parking lot to Harrison's and get, like, milkshakes.
Back when before the library burnt down.
Yes. And before Harrison's became something other than a drugstore, and now I'm hungry for a milkshake. Damn you.
Well, we could try and see if we can go out and get milkshakes for dinner.
Going out is a bit of a problem.
Five Guys actually makes pretty good milkshakes.
Yes, they do. But do remember we don't have Kim.
And
There was a lot of cargo. There you are. I finished my packing, and so it happens, have hit upon a most commensurate gift. My favorite food, and freshly made, too. Try it. I'm sure you will love it. Farewell, familiar. Give my regards to Hazem. Spicy shakshuka.
Shishushka.
Shakshuka. A hearty and delicious gift for any mealtime, its base is a flavorful, rich tomato sauce filled with potent spices in which an egg has been perfectly poached.
That does not sound bad. Oh look, another cloud mellow. They're just everywhere, aren't they?
Yep.
And where's the last one hiding? Ah, here it is. Let's turn these last two in, and then we'll pick up the next three. Or do we want to pick up the next three now?
Maybe pick them up since they're right here. Woken by the familiar, worry weighs on Epiphyron's mind. Epiphyron's. I hope she's all right. Oh, I want to go after her, but what if she comes back while I'm away? You must be a familiar. Can you help me deliver a message?
Possibly.
I have an associate who works much too hard. I want to tell her to take a break and join me for a nice, relaxing meal. I sent another familiar already, but it's failed to return. As an experimental entity, it's too simple to handle more than one order at a time, so it might be stuck attempting to fulfill my request. Do you mind checking on them both for me? I can give you a little something if you're willing to help out. Wonderful. Knowing my associate, she's probably dozing off somewhere around the trees to the north. This wouldn't happen if she didn't get a good night's rest for once. Might need to give her a poke to wake her up. Oh, I'm an expert at those.
Yeah, we can poke all day long. Poke, 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 poke. Oi! Oi, oi, oi!
Yes.
We have you to blame for cactars, don't we?
Apparently. A most succulent name. The previous taxonomist is desperately hoping for inspiration to strike. A name. I need a name for it. One that will stand the test of time as it passes through generation after generation. You break it down, that's what's in a name, really. Oh, hello. I didn't see you there. You're a familiar, I take it. Very good. But whose, I wonder? Well, that's not important right now. You've ears enough to listen to my plight. I'm tasked with a job of great import, nomenclature. Currently, I find myself facing down a sort of creative blockage in regards to this fellow's name. This is a creature who has not only survived the vicious wilds of the hungering gardens, but has thrived in them thanks to its ossified spines. Thus, it deserves a name befitting its rugged tenacity. Despite its singularly unique physical properties, its creator never bothered to refer to it as anything besides its designation, Euros 310. Cannot abide so uninspired a name for a creation as remarkable as this. But therein lies the rub. For all its captivating qualities, I've yet to hit upon a captivating name. I was just on my way to take a turn about the grounds to stimulate my creative juices, so to speak, but seeing you, I realized two heads may be better than one.
How about three?
So, nah, that never helps.
Aww.
So, what do you say? Would you care to join me in my walk? Yeah, sure, though we don't need a walk. I can give you two names right off the top of my head. Excellent. You, my quick-witted familiar friend, will be a boon indeed to my imagination. Let's say we take a quiet moment to cogitate beneath that large tree to the south of here.
Glafira?
I started with Melanippe.
Oh. I always feel so much better after taking a short respite to converse and debate with my associates. Yeah, that hasn't changed.
Terror on two legs. Hope she doesn't mean the cactars. Glafira is buried deep under a mountain of work and is seeking outside assistance.
You're a familiar, aren't you? Perhaps you might be able to help me.
Maybe.
I received an appeal for assistance from my colleague of mine, but I'm up to my eyeballs in work as it is. May you step in where I cannot? Your benevolence does you credit. The researcher I've spoke of has a striking red hair and is likely lingering to the south of the Kalemios Zephyros. Okay. Need to head directly to the south. And of course it wants us to go east, but we'll eventually swing east, so... But yeah, proto-carrot of happiness.
Yeah.
Euros 310? Yeah, that's what I thought he'd say.
Pretty much. Is not the sun-dappled forest floor a stunning sight? Is not the breeze who breezing is to lift the spirits? Is not the susurrus of the melanoi's whiskers so pleasant as to induce great thoughts? Surely, with all the inspiration that surrounds us, you have been stirred into contemplation too. Tell me, what is it you now focus so squarely upon?
Innumerable tasks sitting and waiting to be done.
Yeah, a very full quest log. Okay. If you take a look at the chat log. Doing some quests for fun/story. Damn quest reminded me chicken tikka masala existed and now I'm starving. So, even familiars have their fair share of woes. Might I suggest you take this moment to relax then? Simply let the winds wash over you and rustle the leaves, the rustle of the leaves play in your ears. Just think. For a time, all you can hear is the breeze, like a calming whisper in your ears. All of a sudden, a groan invades your peace of mind. Created to survive in extreme weather conditions, whose adaptability is second to none, what would be a name suitable for such a creature? I can practically feel genius on the tip of my tongue, and yet nothing comes. Oh, bother, this won't do, will it? I hate to ask, but would you accompany me a while longer? Come, let's away to the westerly waterfall. I can give you two perfectly good names. But you're not
Hector
listening.
and Sabotender?
Yeah. Three perfectly good names if you want to include Slender Tender. But that would be a different variant.
Yeah. Actually, 4 if you include Gigatenders.
Oof. Thankfully, that is not a gigatender either.
Yeah,
I really want to know who the heck came up with that concept.
here's our missing red-haired researcher. Excuse me, sir. You seem
You
to be
okay?
seem to be having problems. We're here to help.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you're familiar, aren't you? One sent by Glafran, no doubt. Well, thank goodness you're here. I confess I'm still somewhat in somewhat of a daze, but with you here, at least I feel safe enough to stop and catch my breath. Something came over the specimen I was examining, though I'm not entirely sure what. I've never seen it behave so erratically before. Any rate, it managed to slip my grasp and escape. I tried to chase after it, but I'm not half so fleet-footed. To complicate matters, the thing has a very nervous temperament and will flee if anyone so much as approaches it. I considered imbuing some sort of sleeping spell into a dart which one might shoot from a height, but who has such impeccable aim? Not I, to be sure. Do you?
Done it before.
So far, so good, yes. You do? I admit that proposal was made somewhat in jest. This works out perfectly. So it's settled. You shall put our skittish beast to bed. Find yourself an vantage point from a rise southeast of here, and with this blow dart, bring the frenzied fiend under control again. Me? Oh, I'll stay here and take a moment to collect myself.
Careful of the cat on the ridge. Yeah, we don't want to deal with him if we don't have to. Yeah, this is a familiar. Oh god, it's a tiny... Ha! It's a tiny elephant.
Yeah.
Actually, it's a tiny matanga.
That would make more sense than a mammoth.
Sleeping creature.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't like how close those guys are.
I am lord of all I survey, and powerful neck muscles.
Yeah. They also throw lightning. They're corals
Okay.
on steroids.
Yeah. Yeah.
We have your specimen, good sir.
How dexterous you must be to hit a moving target with so small an object. Most impressive. Well, allow me to take that dozing specimen off your hands.
We've had practice.
Sleeping creature. Watching it rest its eyes, you might be convinced that this creature is placid and well behaved. You would be wrong, and frankly, you should know better. Why, what a precious sight our little beast makes when it's not running amok. Shame it can't be this adorable all the time. This was, in fact, one amateur creator's answer to the walking shark that recently gained approval. Somewhat hasty and ill-advised attempt, if you ask me. Credit where credit is due, though. The specimen is bipedal despite its base being that of a quadrupedal beast. Its predilection for being an excitable nuisance, however, means it cannot be of any real use to our star. What it needs is a healthy dose of intellect. Casual writer reports stating as much. While I do that, return to Glafira and tell her of the assistance you rendered. Oh, and offer her my gratitude too, would you?
Can do. Oh, there's another fate. See if we can get to it without getting sidetracked.
Or ambushed by 3 or 4 corals.
Oh, it's this fate again. You might want to get Boko out.
I might. Hello there. Oh yeah, Boko, help.
Yeah, this is kind of a mess.
Yeah. Boko. Leave me.
Oh, that could have been worse.
Yes.
It might be worse.
Yeah, I know. The next wave of Minotaurs.
Corals don't help either. Hello, Tay! Would you like a party invite?
Please. More Minotaurs.
Yeah, but we're
What?
almost
More
done.
skeletons?
Yeah. No one gets that joke anymore.
Which might be a good thing. It kind of deserves forgetfulness.
Alright, cool. Awesome. Oh, we had a little person in there that I never saw.
Well, given the size of everything else in the area.
Yeah. But that means we only need 2 more fates for our writing map. Oh, it was below. Oops. Yep.
Good show.
My bad.
Listen close. Can you hear it? The waterfall whose stream is at once ferocious and tender, whose spray kisses its surroundings in an affectionate pitter-patter, inspiring indeed, and like to give rise to brilliance. Yes, there's no place more perfect for the cogitation of this creature's name. Come, stand with me and let us think on it. You really don't need to think that hard. Rift.
Sorry. Euros 310 seems to be enjoying the misty spray of the falls.
Eros 310's beady eyes appear to scan its surroundings. It is a creature that bears a strong resemblance to a plant, so perhaps Planticus. It's also a deal similar to a succulent. Aha! I've got it! Succulum! Oh, goodness gracious, no! That's just foul.
Thank you! When you say it out loud, that's horrible!
I'm afraid I'm quite at a loss for names beyond the paltry few I've offered. Perhaps you could provide a fresh perspective. What is it you find most endearing about this creation? The Sabutinder shimmy. Why isn't that an answer? Fine, its sleek green skin.
It's spiky head.
Let's do the meech.
You first?
Yeah.
Give me a second.
This should be good.
Go for it.
Oh, that did the trick. Your astute observational skills have stirred my imagination, for I've come up with a worthy name. It's gonna be the same for you.
Probably, but let me check. The spikes on its head. Yes, it's the same.
I must return to Poitkin Oikos at once and ensure that no other creation shares this nomenclature. You will not be too far behind, yes? You're due a suitable gift for the help you've provided, after all. I could have...
We're trying not to mess with the timeline. I know, it's kind of pointless at this point, but, hey.
I refuse to go through the future calling those things Planticus.
As long as it's not succulum.
I am starting to wonder if we're actually participating in an actual closed time loop.
I'm afraid we are. But as long as the time loop only goes one round, I think we can manage. Hello, hardworking observer.
Hard at work leaning against the tree. The observer is fast asleep, completely unresponsive to the familiar fussing over her. A good poke might wake her up.
Oh yeah, she's working hard. At sleeping.
Oi, oi, oi.
How long was I asleep?
Several millennia.
Epheron sent you? Just to invite me to eat? Why send a familiar for something so trivial? Although, come to think of it, I could use a meal. Perhaps let him know I'll be along soon. I think your familiar likes that. Wait, are you a familiar as well? I thought you were one of us for a moment. Anyway, thank you for waking me. I suppose we'll be eating at our usual place. A nice cup of tea to start with sounds lovely. Well, do you not also need to report to Epheron?
Don't you? Predestination paradox. We hate those.
Yeah. At least we're not killing chaos over and over and over and over again. Oh, wait, that was a couple weeks ago, right?
Did you find any of the plants?
Yep, 5 cloud mellow right here.
You're certain you've seen these somewhere in the Sea of Clouds? Yeah. Perfect. It's such a relief to have them back. A somewhat amateur creator invented the concept to bring more life into the clouds, which is all well and good, but they get blown away far too easily. It'd be nice if they were a bit more wind resistant. We need to know they can settle in a place without fear of them flying off because some beast breathed on them too hard. Well, I'd better put them back where they belong before a light breeze undoes all your hard work. Here, take this as thanks for your help.
Yeah, they're kind of annoying, but they actually make an okay mount. He's not listening, is he?
Now, I'm not sure this version makes an okay mount. This is still the prototype.
True. Land of prototypes. How very good to see you again. My friend, the one whom you plucked from the jaws of death itself, is seeking a treatment for his wounds as we speak. I heard the tale in the entirety, how a rabbit familiar was on the scene. Mistress Venat was said to be researching one such familiar, or that's the story anyways. Perhaps the one you came across is related to that business. And regardless of its origins, it sounded like a rather polite creature. As I was told, it left behind this sort of gift. Yet I shan't be outdone by a bunny charmingly though it surely is. Here you are, a present. It's nothing special, but I hope it provides you as scrumptious as the carrot of our mystery familiar bestowed upon you and my colleague.
Yeah, so
Noodles
it was
of Elpis!
So it was the prototype of a lawbird.
Yes. A prototype lawbird with a prototype carrot of happiness.
Noodles of Elpis. A creamy, cheesy pasta dish topped off with a decadent bird of Elpis egg.
So, what's the
name yet?
name?
I must say, I greatly enjoyed our time together. I believe nothing cultivates creativity quite like the sharing of ideas. So often I am forced to work alone, and though it pains me to admit this, it's not much fun to ponder in the silence of one's own company. In fact, I credit you for the name I devised. All that remains now is to go to Peripetea Crystalline and ensure there is no record of any similarly named creation, and appoint Eros 310 with its official name. And should I hit another metaphorical roadblock, I shall remember to always ponder while perambulating. Thank you again for your help in this matter. It is most appreciated.
So you're not going to tell us the name you came up with?
No, he's not. Yes. Crying out loud.
Something wrong?
Meow.
Is poor Emmy getting stuck on everything? There you are. Thank you for tidying up that bit of mess for me. Speaking of which, what was the mess exactly?
Well, you see...
A thrilling game of Chase the Creation, was it? That conjures up some sorry image indeed. It sounds like the researcher was able to glean some valuable information, so all's well that ends well, I suppose. If all goes according to the reports made, the sufficient intellect can be cultivated, then the specimen should prove a valuable contribution to our world. Thank you again for the assistance.
Yeah, they've done fairly well for themselves. Congrats.
Yeah.
Wait
Fuga
for the twinkle.
mastery. Just a second, I have to look this one up. Upgrades Fuga to Fuku. Okay then.
Wait. You have a Fuku now?
I
You want to
apparently.
see?
It's unfortunately a buff. So you don't get to see, sorry.
Yeah, I don't. I do not want to see you in the buff.
Oh, it was like you said, she was sleeping, and your familiar did not know what to do.
Thank you for your help. My familiar says my associate has accepted my invitation. That is what happened, yes?
Yes.
Good. That means it can carry out its duties on a basic level at least. I designed it to convey ideas through information-laden ether rather than words, so I'm happy to see the communication was successful. It does seem, however, that this method is ineffective when the recipient of the message is asleep. I'll get to working on that. But not now. Enjoying some time with my associate is the priority at the moment. Thank you again for your help.
And that is all the side quests.
For now. Give it time.
Southeast. Quick check for, Ether currents. Ooh, we have only 3 left of the discoverables. Southeast. This way. Roughly. So we've actually found more than I thought we did. Ah, there it is, hiding behind a
I
rock.
can hear it. Ah.
$673 malms to the north.
Yeah.
That might be on the other island.
Yeah. Hello?
Sorry. Urza was punchy.
Uh-huh.
$470 to the north.
Yeah, that's going to be on another island.
It's going to be on that island up there.
Ethocyliticosporeus.
Yep. Okay, so we've probably got all the ones on this island.
Mm-hmm.
So now we need to sneak back around and to our quest.
Before we were so unrudely interrupted.
Anats is probably wondering where we are. Vanat.
Fina.
Sorry about that, ma'am. You know us. We're adventurers. We see side quests. We have to do side quests.
Worthy of his back. Dana has a new course of investigation in mind.
I should like to visit the site at which Hermes set forth the Metion. If we are fortunate, we might find some hint of what derives his research of his. Galine said she spotted them to the southeast, rising from an isle she could see off from the edge. If we stand at the same vantage point, it should not prove too difficult to locate the isle in question. Let's take a look, shall we? Though we need to start thinking about dinner.
Yes.
Well, the suggestion earlier was maybe Five Guys and milkshakes, or would you prefer something else?
Well, I'm kind of wondering what else there is that might have milkshakes.
Black Bear would have milkshakes.
Yeah. So does.
Wendy's has Frosties.
True. And I'm trying to remember.
Of course,
No,
McDonald's.
No, that should be it. Yep. Yeah, pretty much any of the fast food places, I think.
Not always. Unfortunately, Jack in the Box is out of range for us, so.
Really?
Now, if I were constructing some mystery research, where would I go? What about that one? Have you means to fly? 'Tis quite a distance away. Not yet, I'm sorry. Working on it. How inconvenient. But hardly an insurmountable problem. To me, Argos? It's the
Yeah,
goodest
we're in a
boy.
closed time loop.
My friend, would you mind creating a double that Tayrin over here can use to... My friend, would you mind creating a double to carry Tayrin and Rylea here over to that island?
Don't worry, we'll become good friends.
Stubborn creature. There's no place in this great star we have not traveled together, and he still remains obstinate in the presence of strangers. Argos has a rather exacting standards, I'm afraid. Yeah, we met him on the moon. What? You've ridden him before? Your before meaning my after. Not at all confusing that. Interesting. 'Tis certainly not unthinkable. But speaking here and now, a quick solution is for us to face off in a sparring match.
Really?
Demonstrate to him that you're capable of holding your own against me in battle, and you should convince Argos that you are worthy of his back. Besides, I might even teach you a thing or two in the bargain. You sure about that? I'm quite an accomplished dragoon. You seem doubtful. But useful lesson or no, it will certainly be a moment to to remember, a memory of a distant past to cherish. What say you, traveler out of time? Choose your battlefield!
Yeah.
I admire your confidence. Clear your mind and prepare your weapon. I will await you at the clearing over yonder. Tay showing off Argos. Gee, thanks.
Yeah, he trusts me.
Yeah, we're totally in a closed time loop. Actually, before we rush off, Jack in the Box, the one that was near us closed down, and the other one is way far away. The other possibility is Denny's, though that's getting a little far.
Yes it is.
So I'm thinking Five Guys.
Sure.
You sound so enthusiastic.
Yep.
Let's see. I'm seeing a lot of little bacon cheeseburgers with mushrooms on them.
The version with relish is mine.
But with mushrooms?
Yeah. Basically, Baron and I's versions are the same, except that he takes pickles and I take relish.
Okay. And then... Nope, come back here. Milkshake.
And let's be extra bad, make it a large. I will regret
They only
it.
have one size. However, we need to tell it what type of milkshake.
Yep.
We've got chocolate, strawberry, banana, peanut butter, salted caramel, malted milk, whipped cream, bacon, and vanilla and Oreo. So, yeah.
Is the Oreos a add-on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, but not an add-on on price, though.
Right. The basic would be chocolate and then Oreos. Because Oreos.
Do you want whipped cream?
Yeah, sure. I mean, and for a penny, and for several pounds of weight gain.
Yeah, their milkshakes are not cheap, but they are really good. I will take a vanilla, whipped cream. The salted caramel is very tempting.
Yes.
I think I'll go for that.
Okay.
Okay, order is placed. Sorry about that, guys, but food is kind of necessary.
Well, given how many times they give it to us as a quest reward, it better be necessary.
Yeah, well. Just out of curiosity, Tay, how far away are we from the dungeon?
You're getting there.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
You've still got another island to go through.
But we have a solo duty here.
Yes. So, before you... The entity is identical to the one you encountered in Mare Lamentorum, except this Argos is pointedly ignoring you.
He's not being a goodest boy. Are you sure you can combat in that?
Can I combat well enough is more the question.
Good question. We're going to
I
find
can
out.
do. Not go easy on you.
Shall we begin? Or be warned, I'll not go easy on you.
If this does not work out, I'll switch into something a little more eye level.
I think you should be fine. Interesting music.
Let neither side hold back.
What the hell?
Wow, that hurt.
You still up?
Yes.
My blade
It one-shotted me. Let's try something a little more eye level. Yeah, that is a fairly significant HP difference.
Oh, she just healed herself, didn't she? Yeah, I'm not staying there for that.
My blade sings!
Good lord. It's not far off from a one-shot.
Impressive. I shall have to try something different.
No, that's... Nope.
Oh, she switched to a different class.
Crap. Nope. Wow. I don't know
Good.
about this.
Have fun.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I can't get that far, though.
My rotation is so screwed at the moment.
I see you won't be easily overcome, but neither will I.
Stop being mean to my sister. Oh boy.
That was nice. No creeps. No, wow. Oh.
Ooh, that was fairly nasty.
We've only just begun. Come at me with your all.
I'm trying, but you keep screwing up my rotation!
Ow. That's not gonna work. Nope.
Very well. Let us move to the final trial.
Ow.
This is a tough one.
Oh no. Please don't.
Okay, that's just not fair.
Ricochet, shed your burdens and show me your strength of will.
Come on.
You still stand. The people of your time are more resilient than I had dared hope. I have seen enough.
No fair. You limit braked my butt, didn't you?
Oh dear. That doesn't sound like something to look forward to.
'Twas my intent to finish it, but clearly I underestimated you. Prepare yourself.
Oh, for what the?
Keep running. That thing will drop and follow.
Yeah, I kind of figured. Oh no.
Yeah, right there. Stay right there. Please tell me what we're seeing is not your normal frame rate.
It might be. It seems to be getting worse lately.
No, go with center. Go center.
That's
There we go.
where I was going as soon as I could.
Well, you had to wait for it to go off
You've only
first.
just
Yes.
begun. Come at me with your...
Oh, this again. Oh. Yeah. No. Wow.
Oh, wow.
I just can't get out of those in time half of it.
You want to try on an easier mode?
I'm gonna have to. I'm not getting through that. How far through was I?
About 2/3, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Did not feel like it.
Let neither side hold back. My blade sings!
That's a different pattern than I got.
Looks about the same.
My blade sings!
Oh.
Yeah, mine were all lined on one side.
No, they're always from 3 different directions.
Maybe you got a different pattern than I got.
Impressive. I shall have to try something different. No quarter.
10 seconds on vulnerability stack. Bone gone.
Have a taste. I see you won't be easily overcome, but neither will I. Prepare yourself.
Get close to as quick as you can.
Yeah.
48% health.
That kind of goes for both of us. Oh, this one. Dang it.
Ooh, you have to stack. You can still do
Very
this.
well. Let us move to the final trial.
Kill the orbs as fast as possible.
Orbs.
red ones move really fast, prioritize
Come
them.
on! Come on! Crap.
You're doing okay.
Whoa. Come on!
If you have your shield handy, I suggest you pop it.
Shield?
Yeah, bards have a shield.
Break your
Since
chains,
when?
shed your burdens, and show me your strength of
Since
will.
Shadowbringers?
You still stand.
You still live,
Your
good on
time are
you!
more resilient than I had dared hope.
Congrats, Rye. That was not an easy encounter.
One would think I never learn. I made the same mistake with Azam when we first sparred. Despite being less than half my age, his strength was astounding. As is yours. 'Tis plain you have weathered considerable hardship. Far more even than your tales would suggest. It seems we have both learned much on our journeys. Well now, I dare say he is warmed to you. A boon to be sure. He never forgets his favorites, and is ever eager to come to their aid.
Can I finally pet the doggo?
How
I'm gonna pause for just a moment so I can turn on the front light for the dasher. Okay, lights are on.
That will be good.
Okay. Vana? Argos will soon have us standing on the other on the very spot which Metier made their departure into the night sky. With luck, we will soon learn something of Hermes' intentions. My hope is that we find no connection, no festering wish for oblivion. Then we might meet. Then we might have Hermes and his considerable expertise working for us, or rather than against us.
A quick check. Okay.
Do we
We're
want
safe.
to pause here for dinner?
How long until it's due?
Dasher's on their way.
Not long. Yeah, let's pause here.
Okay, folks, we're going to pause here for dinner. I'm going to go ahead and turn off the stream for now. We will be back probably about 7:45, 7:30, 7:45, roughly my guess. And we'll continue with MSQ. Now that we have the goodest boy, but he won't let me click on him, so I can't pet him.
There is something else that needs doing at some point.
Gold saucer?
Yeah.
We're kind of in the middle of MSQ.
Yes, we are.
In any case, we'll see you in probably about half an hour. Thanks again so much for coming and joining us. We'll see you then.
Mm-hmm.